PlayStation controller tier list. Number 1, the PS1 controller with no analog sticks. F. This is the worst PlayStation console. Have you ever tried to play a 3D game without D-pads? Alright, just to show y'all how terrible it is playing a 3D game using D-pads, let's just I fired up Tomb Raider on the PS1 just to show you. If you want to turn just a little bit, you gotta turn this. It really starts to hurt your thumbs after a little bit. And you already know this camera is absolute shit. F tier. Also, it's super small, it's super light, and it cramps my hands. I really don't like it. It's the worst controller on here. This is a most definite F tier. Now, onto the PS1 controller with dual analog. I'm gonna have to give this a D, just because it's basically the same as the PS2 controller, except it's white. And it's the same as the PS1 controller, except it's got analog sticks, which makes it better. But the downside is that not all PS1 games are compatible. So, D tier. Next off, we have the PS2 controller. I'm going to have to give this a solid B. Just because of the memories associated with this. It's got a longer wire. It's got a better vibration on the inside of it. And just all the games that went along with it. Resident Evil 4, GTA, all that stuff. It's just beautiful controller. Absolute B. Only downside is that it's super small. It kind of cramps my hands after a while. And the bumper buttons, they're mid. Next off. The fuck is that? Is this real? Is this... Hold on. Is this real? I don't... F tier. I didn't know that PlayStation made or was planning on making a goddamn boomerang. Alright, now on to the PlayStation 3 controller, or the DualShock 3. That is going to be a solid A tier. Because the main reason I'm saying this is that the controller feels a whole lot better. It's a whole lot more advanced. It introduces the middle button to go to the menu, which is instrumental in all the PlayStation controllers coming after it. And it's wireless. Big plus for me. I love wireless controllers. So I'm going to give this a solid A tier. Next, the PlayStation Move. This is going to be an automatic C tier, just because whenever you use this for a long enough time, it just becomes a free ping pong ball that'll break your monitor or your TV. Me personally, I didn't use this growing up, but I had a buddy who did, and we actually did break his TV from flicking it a little too hard. So this is going to be a C tier. Next off, DualShock 4. S tier. This is the controller I platinumed Red Dead with. This is the controller I got 200k views with. I love this controller. This made up my childhood. It's just the perfect feeling. It's a perfect feeling in my hands. However, they do get a little bit cramped, but still, absolute S tier, baby. And last but not least, the DualSense PS5 controller. I have to give this an S tier because it's big, it's great, it's got the adaptive triggers, it is amazing. It is an absolute feat of engineering, and it's just perfect. It's just the perfect controller. That's all I gotta say. And now, here is my PlayStation controller tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please like and sub. And yeah, catch you on the flip side.